In this lesson, we'll proceed with attitudinal problems. Do you still remember Wang Xin's judgment of Jerry? Yes, he was very upset with Jerry. The next day, he filled his another friend in on Jerry's response to his hospitality. He said, "They American people are really cold-blooded." What do you think of Wang Xin's comments on Americans? You may say, it is way too exaggerating, and it's not fair to all the Americans. Sure, Wang Xin's claim overgeneralizes the belief about what a group of people are or should be, which is so-called a stereotype. The word stereotyping was first used by a journalist, Walter Lippmann, in 1922 to describe judgment made about others on the basis of their ethnic group membership. Stereotyping is a natural process. Anyone can stereotype, and anyone can be stereotyped. Stereotyping meets human beings' psychological need to categorize and classify. As is known to all, the world is so complex that no one can know it in all its details. Although stereotyping brings convenience to some extent, it normally hinders intercultural communication because stereotypes overgeneralize and oversimplify people's traits so that they ignore individual characteristics. What's more, stereotypes create, repeat, and reinforce beliefs until they often become taken for truth. For example, women were stereotyped as housewives. Being confined to houses, they had been rejected in the workplace for centuries all the world over. The consequence of stereotyping is that the vast differences that exist among the members of any one group may not be taken into account in the interpretation of messages. There are a wide range of categories that are used to form stereotypes. Regions of the world: Asians, Arabs, South Americans, Africans. Countries: Kenya, Japan, China, France, Great Britain. Regions within countries: Northern Indians, Southern Indians, U.S. Midwesterners, U.S. Southerners. Cities: New Yorkers, Parisians, Londoners. Cultures: English, French, Latino, Russian, Serbian, Thai, Navajo. Race: African, Caucasian. Religion: Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Jewish, Christian. Age: young, old, middle-aged, children, adults. Occupations: teacher, farmer, doctor, housekeeper, mechanic, architect, musician. Relational roles: mother, friend, father, sister, brother. Physical characteristics: short, tall, fat, skinny. Social class: wealthy, poor, middle class. Stereotypes are not always negative. Sometimes people have positive ones on a group of people, but it does not necessarily lead to positive results or success in communications. For example, Chinese students tend to be stereotyped as being very diligent and good at math, which may foster the mutual respect among the people in intercultural communications. But what if a math teacher who holds this positive stereotype to a very high degree and expects too much for the Chinese student who is literally not very good at math? So far, we have come to a conclusion that stereotypes, whether positive or negative, to a large extent cause problems in intercultural interactions. But how do we acquire stereotypes? Stereotypes, like culture itself, are learned in a variety of ways. First, people learn stereotypes from their parents, relatives, and friends. Second, stereotypes develop through limited personal contact. Finally, many stereotypes are provided by the mass media. Adler and Brislin gave some advice on overcoming stereotyping. First, to be aware of the existence of stereotyping. Second, not to simplify one's thinking process. Third, to get in touch with people from various cultures. Fourth, to find sufficient evidence and exceptions. Fifth, to describe an individual's behaviors instead of generalizing the comments over the whole community.